That goddamn TBA shot up, cleaving space in two, and the massive blade energy blasted towards Wei Qijin. This time, Wei Qijin had no doubts. This thing was a freaking blade, a living blade at that. Wei Qijin suddenly poured all his energy into his own blade, immediately striking out. The two massive blade energies collided. Wei Qijin was sent flying, slamming into the main hall wall, shattering it. The wall exploded, leaving a huge hole, and Wei Qijin disappeared inside. No movement to be seen. Huo Yin was terrified, muttering, "Wei Qijin, is he dead?" Li Yongxiao was also shocked, suddenly shouting, "I get it now! This TBA was originally a super strong monster, captured by a powerful alchemist, and used as material to refine a Xuanqi. After the Xuanqi's owner died in this hall, it somehow developed its own sentience." The voice of the evil dragon chimed in, dripping with sarcasm. "Ha ha! And I thought that half-demon, half-artifact body of that gourd little diamond was one of a kind. Never imagined it existed long ago." Li Yongxiao transmitted his voice. "This is different. Gourd Little Diamond is a combination of Xuanqi and a demon beast, embedding inanimate objects into living things. Ultimately, Gourd Little Diamond is still a stone beast, but the TBA blade itself is a dead object that became a living thing. That's just unbelievable." Huo Yin glanced over. After Wei Qijin smashed through the wall, it revealed a garden behind the main hall. But with the passage of time, only rocks remained. The springs and flowers had long died, turned into fossils. A look of shock appeared on Huo Yin's face. She recognized many of the flowers and plants, all top-tier, 9th-grade celestial treasures. Even in Huashan Sea, you could count them on one hand. Suddenly, a pressure enveloped Huo Yin from behind, and a blade energy like a flash of cold light exploded forth, striking towards her with unstoppable force. Just as Huo Yin was panicking, a figure suddenly grabbed her shoulder. Li Yongxiao teleported away with her, dodging the strike. The great TBA SAS blade struck the ground, causing the earth to rumble and tremble throughout the main hall. Li Yongxiao barely stabilized himself before scolding, "Huo Yin, can you be more reliable? You're a goddamn martial emperor, and you dare to lose focus in front of an enemy." As soon as he finished speaking, he saw the scene behind the main hall and couldn't help but widen his eyes in shock. Holy crap, an entire room full of 9th-grade spiritual herbs. What a waste. Seeing his flustered appearance, Huo Yin angrily retorted, "Aren't you losing focus too?" After the great TBA blade struck empty air, it flipped several times in the air, and then gathered momentum to strike at them again. Li Yongxiao hastily warned, "Careful, that thing's coming again." Just then, Wei Qijin's figure burst out of the rubble, his blade energy bursting forth, striking the great TBA and forcing it back. "Motherfucker, this is some seriously messed up shit." Wei Qijin cursed angrily. Fighting a Xuanqi was truly unbelievable. "I'm starting to think I'm dreaming." After landing that strike, he didn't intend to attack again. The opponent's body was a 9th-grade Xuanqi. How could he fight it? The battle blade in his hand was only 8th grade. After being knocked back by Wei Qijin's strike, the TBA blade charged forward again, but this time, it had changed. Its body had shrunk slightly, wings had spread out from its back, and its aura was even sharper. What the hell? Wei Qijin couldn't help but curse. "It's just a bug without sentience. You really think I can't handle you?" With that, he angrily charged forward with his blade. Huo Yin turned to look at Li Yongxiao, saying, "Be careful yourself." She took out a copper ring and rushed into the battlefield, joining forces with Wei Qijin to block the enemy. The sound of Xuanqi clashing echoed continuously, with powerful forces and various spiritual pressures radiating everywhere. With the combined efforts of Wei Qijin and Huo Yin, they actually fought to a stalemate. The Xuanqi in their hands were only 8th grade. Not everyone was as rich as Li Yongxiao. Roaming martial artists in the Tianwu realm would be ecstatic to have a single top-quality 8th-grade Xuanqi. Li Yongxiao ignored them, heading straight for the garden. The evil dragon's voice came. "You're not going to help? If those two tanks get wasted, you'll be in danger too." Li Yongxiao laughed. "They won't get wasted that easily. These two are 4th-star martial emperors. Their only problem is their trash Xuanqi. They can at least hold on for the time it takes to burn an incense stick. I wonder what the TBA blade's power is like. Could it be endless?" He immediately discarded that thought. Even if it's a Xuanqi, after excessive consumption, it will weaken and need to be replenished before it can unleash its peak power again. This TBA blade is a bit like the gourd little diamond. It has both Xuan Qi and life attributes. After countless years of being sealed, its life attribute may have diminished, but its Xuan Qi attribute has become stronger and stronger. Wei Qi Jin and Huo Yin are quite impressive. With their 4th star martial emperor cultivation, they can actually fight a fully unlocked 9th grade Xuan Qi to a standstill. The evil dragon shook its head in disagreement. The main thing is that this blade is too weird. If it were a normal 9th grade Xuan Qi, even in its fully unlocked state, it wouldn't be able to suppress 2 4th star martial emperors. Suddenly, a beam of light shot from the battlefield. Li Yongxiao immediately sensed it, quickly crouching down, and the light struck the rockery in the center of the garden. The rockery actually emitted a beam of light, blocking that spiritual pressure. Just as Li Yongxiao landed on the rockery, the TBA blade suddenly abandoned Wei Qi Jin and Huo Yin, flying towards Li Yongxiao, as if it didn't want him to observe the situation of this rockery. Li Yongxiao frowned slightly, turning around and teleporting away, causing the TBA blade to strike empty air. Although the TBA blade was powerful, it was just powerful force. It couldn't seal or suppress space. Therefore, Li Yongxiao wasn't afraid of it. With his teleportation and body transformation into lightning, running away was extremely easy. Wei Qi Jin and Huo Yin also noticed the anomaly, asking in surprise, "Kid, what just happened?" Li Yongxiao stared at the TBA blade on the rockery, saying casually, "I don't know. There seems to be a restriction under that thing, and it's not weak. This TBA is protecting it like that, so there might be some treasure." As soon as he said these words, Wei Qi Jin was immediately excited. "After wasting so much effort, we finally have some clues." Huo Yin was much more composed, pouring cold water on him. "Who knows what's inside? It might be another living Xuan Qi. Whether we can survive and get out of here is still a problem." Wei Qi Jin frowned, saying coldly, "Kid, we've been working hard together from the beginning, and you haven't put in a single bit of effort. Is it time for you to contribute something?" Li Yongxiao laughed. "Wei Qidaran, you're really shameless saying that. You 2 martial emperors can't even handle the opponent, and you want me to go up? What good would my death do for you? Besides, you've placed a restriction on me, so I can't escape even if I wanted to." Yao Long was all pfust, amateur, saying the restriction was already yeeted by the bright moon divine light ages ago. Li Yongxiao suddenly spun around like a boss and smirked, "No prob, Your Excellency. If you say so, I'll give it a shot." This reply sent both dudes into shock. Wei Qi Jin was just venting, not actually expecting Li Yongxiao to throw down. Li Yongxiao dashed forward, his left hand conjuring a transient life seal, and with a soft, "Ha!" he unleashed it. A golden seal formation blazed across the little courtyard sky, hurtling towards the corpse-severing blade. The intricate seal design had both martial emperors shooketh. Clearly, this wasn't your run-of-the-mill move. That thing's IQ must be rock bottom, because as soon as it saw the attack incoming, it went full aggro, transforming into a blade beam and smashing the exquisite transient life seal to bits. Li Yongxiao chuckled, the space around him twisted, and poof! They all teleported to the center of the rocky mountain. Wei Qi Jin yelled, "Hurry up and break it! We'll buy you some time." The corpse-severing blade in the sky suddenly roared in fury, unleashing a wave of intense arcane power across the sky. Everyone was like, "WTF?" and craned their necks to look. Turns out, that ugly thing was no more. It morphed into a gleaming, gigantic blade, spanning the heavens, with a shadowy figure materializing above. That shadow gripped the corpse-severing blade, instantly creating the sensation of oceans rising and mountains crumbling. This blade carried a martial intent. Was it the previous owner's power? After countless years, the martial intent still persists. Li Yongxiao was stunned, but his eyes lit up with fiery battle lust. He was hyped by the aura of a supreme badass who had transcended countless years, igniting his fighting spirit. "Don't get cocky. One hit from that, and you're toast." Yao Long's irritated voice snapped him back to reality. The shadowy figure raised the blade high and finally slashed down, engulfing the entire garden in its blade aura, creating a world of pure blade force. The moment the blade descended, all 3 figures vanished. This blade was just martial intent condensed within the corpse-severing blade's memory, lacking the space-locking powers of the 9 Heavens Emperor artifact, so it couldn't stop their escape. The great corpse-severing blade slammed into the rocky mountain, and the mountain cracked under the immense force. A strange power surged from within, and a small spring burst forth, flooding the garden. Moss started growing on the surrounding ground at a speed visible to the naked eye. Wherever the spring water flowed, life flourished. The desolate, ruined garden began to revive. Li Yongxiao's pupils dilated, and he exclaimed, "Such potent life energy! Could this spring be the source water I've been searching for?" Yao Long solemnly stated, "Highly likely. This garden is truly extravagant, not only filled with incredible spirit herbs, but also nourished by such a divine object. Imagine the glory of its past is now wasted in some corner of the mountains. What a tragedy." A thought sparked in Li Yongxiao's mind, and he asked suspiciously, "If this water contains such immense life force, could the corpse-severing blade have gained sentience from soaking in it for too long?" Yao Long replied, "That's definitely a possibility. Now that the corpse-severing blade guards this place, you'll have to subdue it if you want the water. Plus, this water hasn't dried up over all this time. These small streams probably aren't its core source, so collecting it will likely take some effort." The great corpse-severing blade was chillin', soaking more than 10 of its limbs in the spring water, looking absolutely stoked. "Well, found it. Can't just bail now. Gotta figure out how to deal with that corpse-severing blade first." Li Yongxiao turned his gaze toward Wei Qijin and Huo Yin, and with a grin, said, "Hey guys, this spring water doesn't seem ordinary. Anyone feel like snagging some?" Huo Yin said with a hint of disappointment, "I cultivate fire-type techniques, so this water is useless to me. I could take it and trade for something good, but how do we get it? The corpse-severing blade is vibing in the water. It's a good time to bounce, but what if we don't get another chance?" She couldn't decide whether to stay or leave. She was caught between not being confident enough to stay and not being willing to leave. Wei Qijin looked worried too. The worm seemed stronger cause of the water. Wei Qijin changed his face. "Staying here is pointless. Let's go." He waved at the others. Huo Yin nodded. Li Yongxiao didn't move. He smiled and said, "You go first. I'm taking this water." Wei Qijin's eyes shrank, then coldly said, "I don't care what you do. Hand over the treasure Blood God's son wants, and I'll leave." Huo Yin said, "I sensed a weird fire on you. My sister wants to see." Li Yongxiao smiled. "I'm busy right now, or you can wait outside. When I get the water, we can talk." Wei Qijin frowned and coldly said, "Were you scared senseless by that worm? You're bargaining with us. Guess I have to show you why the flowers are so red." He raised his hands and gestured at Li Yongxiao. Li Yongxiao looked calm and said, "Oh, so why are the flowers so red? Please tell me." Wei Qijin's face changed. He tested more than 10 gestures, but Li Yongxiao didn't react. He realized the truth, and shocked said, You broke my seal. How is this possible?" Li Yongxiao said, "Are you sick? Why do you look so bad like you just ate shit? You want to die?" Wei Qijin was enraged. He released his warblade and attacked Li Yongxiao. Li Yongxiao lightly smiled, disappeared, and appeared at the side of the spring, then slowly said, "Sir Wei Qi, I just wanted to come down here for some water. You guys can just wait outside. I advise you not to keep struggling here, lest you suffer even more injuries." Wei Qijin angrily said, "What a crafty brat. I'll see how long you can hide in this place." He suddenly withdrew his Xuanqi, not daring to blast the Shiba blade in this place, and hurriedly turned into a golden light with Huo Yin and fled out of the palace. Li Yongxiao coldly laughed, turned around, and stepped into the spring water. Shibi blade saw his actions. The whole blade transformed into a long saber once again, sweeping towards him. The moment Li Yongxiao stepped into the spring, an indescribable feeling of comfort arose in his heart. Truly a small stream that refreshed the heart and lungs. He casually slapped out. The Jishen tablet drilled out from his palm. The surrounding space twisted, wanting to take in the Shibi blade. The Shibi blade was suddenly restrained, seeming to sense something. It spun around in an instant, hurriedly dodging elsewhere. "Kinda smart, huh?" Li Yongxiao chuckled softly. The Huangqiao bell flew out from between his eyebrows, a glittering, golden light. He remembered the situation in the demon realm when Nuoyaka's arc appeared, directly suppressing all Xuanqi. If that's the case, let's see which grade is higher. He struck down with a palm. The Huangqiao bell emitted a melodious chime. The sound waves were inescapable. Although Shibi blade's body moved slightly, it didn't react too much. It seems that it and the Huangqiao bell are of the same level, not far apart. Li Yongxiao frowned. The Jishen tablet immediately enlarged like the sky, covering the sky and photographing down, making Shibi blade nowhere to hide, directly being covered inside. Li Yongxiao once again sacrificed 3 Northern Sky Cold Star swords, forming a sword diagram guarding the four sides of the Jishen tablet. Only then did he completely suppress the Xinbi blade. If Wei Qijin and Huo Yin came to see so many 9th order Xuanqi at this moment, they would definitely vomit blood in resentment. With these Xuanqi suppressing it, Xinbi blade won't be able to cause any trouble in a short time. After finishing all this, Li Yongxiao returned to the spring and began to carefully observe. The source of this spring must be the essence of water, but he doesn't know how deep it has penetrated. Now all the treasures on his body are used to suppress Xinbi blade, and he dare not easily take risks. He directly separated a wisp of stellar soul body only with the cultivation of a low-level art refiner, drilling into the spring water and searching along the direction of the flow. Even if a second-order soul body is destroyed, the impact on him is not great. The soul body went against the current in the small stream. Each undercurrent was very narrow and long, and the winding road was rugged. Not knowing how long it took, gradually losing awareness from the main body. At this time, in a desolate land on the Tianwu world, a crack suddenly opened in the sky, and several rays of light rushed out from inside. Inside the light, there were more than 10 people. One of them said with a wry smile, "This kind of forcibly breaking through space over a long distance is really too dangerous. I guess only we dare to do it in the whole world." One person looked up at the sky and suddenly said suspiciously, "Wait, where is this? Isn't the target supposed to be Songyu City?" A figure swept his gaze around. The man was none other than Mo Huayuan. He said in shock, "How is this possible? It actually deviated. Could it be that there was a problem with the space-time traversal that we didn't notice?" Some dude frowned and said, "Using a world-shattering teleportation array, unless there's a massive spatial rift during transit, there shouldn't be any problems. And when we arrived, the void was smooth as butter, a rare stroke of luck. How could we mess up?" "This is Songyueyang City," a cold voice echoed. A white-robed pretty boy slowly opened his mouth, his face devoid of emotion, just casually glancing below and softly saying, "It's just reduced to ruins. You just don't recognize it. Or maybe you just don't want to believe it." Mo Huayuan's body trembled, and he retorted, "How is that possible? How could it be this utterly destroyed? Not only is there not a single person left, you can't even see a single brick." His emotions spiraled out of control as he shouted at the dude, "Young Master you gotta be kidding me, right?" The guy next to him felt a chill and quickly covered his mouth. Daring to yell at this big shot? Dude's got a death wish. Duanmu Yuyu's face remained calm, without a trace of emotion, and he just coldly stated, "Often, reality is simple, but people don't want to believe it because of their bias, even doubting it, and self-deceivingly denying it." "Mo Huayuan, are you that kind of guy right now?" Mo Huayuan's face turned pale as a sheet, and he seemed about to argue back. Duanmu Yuyu coldly cut him off. "You don't need to say anything to me. This can't change the facts. Songyueyang City has been completely destroyed, just like, poof, gone. Now I'm curious, what the hell happened here? Did everyone die?" After he finished speaking, his left hand gestured to the person behind him, who came forward and handed him 3 sticks of incense. Duanmu Yuyu lit them and seemed ready to cast a spell. One of them said, "Not seeing a single person, not even a corpse, inside the city isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think everyone probably just bailed. With the strength of the trade alliance, who in the world can wipe them all out unless some super powerful forces stepped in? So chill a bit. Wait for young Master Yu to investigate. With young Master Yu's abilities, he will definitely find out the truth." Mo Huayuan stared, hoping that Mo Xiaochuan was still alive, and now he could only rely on the white-robed figure before him. Ranked 9th on the Heaven and Earth Wind Cloud rankings, with the title of Heavenly Evolution Martial Emperor, Duanmu Yuyu. This guy is the only divination master among the 10 great martial emperors. Legend has it that he can see all the stars in the heavens, know the past and future. In everyone's eyes, he seems even more mysterious than an alchemist. Songyueyang City is the #1 trading city in the world, with a total of 4 teleportation arrays, all of which have been destroyed. If there are survivors, they should have fled to the nearest city. The other guy nodded and said, "Yeah, let young Master Yu investigate, then look for survivors, to see if we can find anything." Duanmu Yuyu strolled through the ruins. After a while, Duanmu Yuyu stopped and said, The change happened during the martial contest between the Trade Alliance twin prongs. This matches the testimony of the Holy Region law enforcer who escaped back. Indeed, a demon race intruded on the scene of the martial contest, and the Tang family's Tang Ji's faction seemed to be involved as well. This is completely consistent with what the Tang family's Tang Jin reported. These demon races didn't come from the Star Moon Illusion realm, nor did they originate from the Five Rivers Mountain. But it's certain that they were the ones who started this whole thing. Although the space of Songyueyang City has been sealed off, there are still two groups of people who escaped the scene. One group escaped through the Purple Serpent Sword, which definitely wasn't Chen Duantian. 8 or 9 times out of 10, it was Chen Feng, the young master of the Sword Saber sect, and the rest should be people with interests related to him, disciples of the Sword Saber sect, leaders of the Trade Alliance, and those young geniuses. Just those kind of people. As for the second group of people who escaped, oh, this Xuanqi is interesting. It can even block my detection, but no matter. He slowly raised his right hand, and a 9-sided prism appeared in his hand. As Duanmu Yu cast a spell into it, the scenes inside began to change, showing all kinds of images, as if rewinding back to the past. Finally, a large number of figures appeared in the mirror. It was the Dragon Demon and Mo Xiaochuan. Duanmu Yu's eyes narrowed, staring intently at Li Yongxiao. Although the image wasn't very clear, this person vaguely gave him a sense of familiarity. Moreover, he had a feeling that if he casually probed this person's fate, he would definitely suffer a backlash. Who the hell are you?